Yo, we got some good news right here coming out of New York City. Well, for the first half of the video. If you wanted to get to the Law and Order stuff, that'll be here in a second. But as of right now, okay, we talked about this a couple weeks ago at this point, okay? Jose Alba, right? He was the bodega shopkeeper who was just obviously engaging in self-defense after that cretin got behind the counter, okay? And then just started to rough him up, knock him around. And Jose just decided, fuck it, I'm grabbing a knife and just yeet. More evidence came out that was such obvious self-defense, okay, that it just, this really seemed like a formality at the time because he was at that bail hearing and then he was released after his bail was significantly reduced, which is definitely the right thing to do. But now we have this today, okay, Manhattan DA drops charges against bodega worker who stabbed a man in self-defense. Thank God. Okay, now this dude should be compensated for the time that he spent on Rikers Island because that's not exactly a fucking walk in the park. George Soros-funded Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg dropped charges against Alba, New York City bodega worker who stabbed a man to death in self-defense. Very obvious self-fucking-defense. Breitbart News reported that the 35-year-old Austin Simon came into the New York City bodega on July 1st and allegedly went behind the counter. Allegedly? No, we got video evidence of that. After his girlfriend couldn't make a purchase because her benefits card was declined. My food stamps come in later. What do you mean I can't get this packet of potato chips on my benefits card? So then she calls over Simon, who's on parole for, I don't know, some other fucking violent crimes as well. And then he gets all testy with the guy who's, what, making like $8 an hour behind the fucking till there, but he's wearing he's got gold earrings and an Amiri shirt. Yeah, no, exactly. Instead of arguing with the bodega worker, you should probably start working on how you manage your finance, but that's neither here nor there. New York Times notes that the confrontation ensued in which Simon allegedly pushed Alba. We've seen all of this shit, right? Who responded by fatally stabbing the aggressor. Yeah, no, exactly. It was either him or him, so somebody was fucking getting fucking yeeted. We've all seen the confrontation. Bragg arrested and charged Alba with second-degree murder, originally setting his bail at $250,000. I thought it was $500,000, then it got rescinded down to that, or maybe it was a quarter, and then it got dropped to $100,000, which all of which is stupid. But subsequent emergence of surveillance video raises the specter that Mr. Alba was acting in self-defense. Yeah, like the initial surveillance footage. On July 8th, 2022, New York City Mayor Eric Adams spoke to WABC in support of Alba. This is the same message that I've been stating over and over again. Yeah, we just find it hard to relate your message, especially when you're in a tuxedo at a white-collar event, to really have your message resonate with the working class. It's a little tough to stomach. This is the same message I've been stating over and over again, that hard-working New Yorkers, and Americans, to be honest with you, should not be attacked in their place of work. There's a line that must be drawn when you're a primary aggressor. I think that's what I saw in the video. Yeah, this is a former activist that used to work for the NYPD, okay? He was the head of some black officers union. He's a fucking punk, okay? And that's what he ran on. Oh, I'm going to be the moderate candidate. And then he put Alvin Bragg's fat ass in the Manhattan DA's chair. And, well, he's let the city become even more of a fucking shithole. On July 19th, Bragg dropped all charges against Alba. And if it wasn't for the public outrage, this poor fucker would still be rotting in jail right now. Fox News reported Jennifer Sigel, sure, assistant district attorney under Bragg, issued a motion Tuesday morning to dismiss the second-degree murder charge against Alba and provided a copy to his attorney, Michelle Grant, whatever. You know what's fucked about that? The fact is, okay, they charged this guy, they indicted him, they arrested him, they threw him on Rikers fucking Island when the security cam footage was out there, and we only seen an initial piece of it, and then of course, yes, a much more extrapolated version got out there, but the police had already arrested him and locked him up, okay, when all of that evidence was there, clear as fucking day. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine? Breitbart News reported that Alba, who immigrated from the Dominican Republic 30 years ago, had not been able to return to work to the bodega due to concerns that he might be targeted for retaliation by associates of his assailant, according to the New York Post. Man, I hope there's some kind of a fundraiser out there for that dude, because he's 62 or some shit like that. Okay, he worked there for quite a long time. Okay, he'd been previously hassled by youths in the neighborhood. We'll just go with that one. And all of it's just ramped up because this fat bastard doesn't do his fucking job. Case in point, New York City. Okay, law and order, organized crime, crew member shot dead near show's Brooklyn set. Okay, filming a show, and it's about gang violence. Okay, I've never seen it. Okay, but it's Law and Order. It's pretty straightforward, right? I don't think it's an Alec Baldwin type situation. Okay, which remember when he killed somebody? Yeah, that was fun. He didn't get charged with anything. No, you just hand wave all of that shit away. Fucking Christ. But no, you have some people actually trying to do business within the confines of New York City, and then they end up getting fucking shot. This is New York City in 2022. Crew member with NBC's Law and Order Organized Crime series was shot to death on Tuesday morning as he waited to begin working on a location shoot for the show in Brooklyn. We were terribly saddened and shocked to hear that one of our crew members was the victim of crime earlier this morning and has died as a result. Oh, if only Christopher Maloney would have showed up a little bit earlier. Okay. NBC and Studio Universal Television said on Tuesday. We are working with the local law enforcement as they continue to investigate. Our hearts go out to the family and friends, and we ask that you pay respect to their privacy during this time. Murder occurred at the Greenpoint area of Brooklyn around 5 a.m. on July 19th. New York Police Department reported that the 31-year-old male crew member was shot to death inside his car. What the fuck? It appears that somebody opened his driver's side door and opened fire. Carjacking gone to plan, if we're being completely honest. Okay, it looks like they got pictures and all that shit. Okay, remember, sustained a gunshot to the face and side. Whoa, not fucking around. Going to what the source material is on this one. Okay, so a crew member, Johnny Pizarro, a 31-year-old married dad of 3. Of course, a good productive guy gets shot in the face and potentially carjacked. Great, wonderful, fantastic. Somebody providing for his fucking family. Never a hunk of shit, is it? Course not. Had just started his shift and was sitting in the driver's seat of a vehicle that was saving a parking space in Greenpoint around 5:15 when another man suddenly opened the driver's door and blasted him. It was crazy. Distraught colleague of Pizarro, who was saving the spot on North Henry Street near Norman Avenue, the film crew trucks to use later. That makes sense. Okay. I didn't hear an argument or nothing. It was quiet, early morning, said the colleague, who asked not to be named. Yeah, no, exactly. It was just a pop, and the gunman ran up towards Nassau Avenue. I only heard one bang, but don't know how many shots. Apparently there was a couple. I don't even know who would do this or why. Again, it's lawless New York City, okay? Local resident Janus, a 60-year-old Janus, said that the sleigh scene was just for the... Oh, he thought that the sleigh scene was just for the cameras. Yeah, you're on a television shoot, okay, and you didn't think that it would be terribly out of pocket to see something like that. This morning, I woke up and saw the police officers, Janus said. I thought it was fake crime scene. There's the guy right there, killed on the set. Oh man, looks like he likes to have fun and shit. I didn't think it was a real tragedy. I tried to walk the dogs here and I saw tape and thought, oh, it's a movie. This is a real, but it was a real shooting. Motive for the killing was unclear. I'm just gonna go carjacking. That's immediately what I'm thinking about. The cops said that they're not ruling out anything, including whether it may have stemmed from a parking dispute. If nobody heard any altercations prior to that and it was just somebody simply winging open a fucking door, okay, it was probably get the fuck out, or it was just and then fucking pull them out, okay? Just thinking. A flyer taped to the lamp pole on the street was titled "Stop Film Shoots Around McGlorick Park" and urged residents to complain to their local lawmakers about how the filming of our neighborhood has displaced your family. And again, just saying, okay, if that had anything to do with it, okay, if it attracted any crazies that were out there, this would have been like step 85, okay, when it just comes to normal escalations, okay? Might have something to do with it, but if somebody decided to just automatically fucking hop to the end game, I guess there might be a bigger problem in New York City than we're all really aware of. The area around McGlork Park has had a weekly film shoot for months, taking away dozens of blocks for parking and displacing thousands of Greenpoint residents, while over 600 parking spots were recently removed from underneath the BOE for the construction of a bike lane that no one uses. Oh, that sounds like common city planning in most cities. Local Joe Penasino, 65, said the CBS's TV Blue Bloods and FBI have also been filming on the street in the past 6 months. We're getting killed with the film shoots, Penasino said. Some of the neighbors were really pissed off that there's not enough parking. The film crews take up so much space, and they don't even use it all. Yeah, no, that's your general film set procedure. That makes sense. They get the permits for a certain amount of space, okay, but yeah, no, you don't have access to the street or anything like that. They're shooting, okay? They're the important people, okay? But you still have to pay your taxes, okay? And make sure that those roads are repaired and those sidewalks are nice and clean. Your tax dollars still go to that stuff. But again, the city's just getting a bigger take over the top of that. Yeah. Keep supporting unions and democratic policies. Several residents said that they doubted parking would have led to the bloodshed. Yeah, no, exactly. At worst, you would have had somebody try to fuck up the vehicle, okay? You don't just immediately go get out of the vehicle and fucking pop, okay? Don't even know if that's what happened. One of the better streets in Greenpoint. Yeah, and this is in Greenpoint, okay? This is a pretty fucking nice neighborhood, okay? Said the residents who heard 3 shots ring out around the time of the shooting. And like we've seen before, previously in the report, 1 to the face, 1 to the side. So it could have just have been echoing for that as well. Or if it just happened in such quick succession. You'll never know. Executions don't happen here. It's a quiet block still. Resident Gabrielle Vanderberg, who heard 3 gunshots, said there's a lot of drug addicts in the street and wondered whether the situation could have somehow been involved. If that situation could have been involved. Pizarro, who is a Queens neighbor, said that he always wanted to work in TV. Yeah, I don't really care. We shot multiple times. Oh, the guy who was shot, I thought it was going back to that fucking 65-year-old. It's like, I don't know what happened. Anyways, we shot multiple times in the face and neck, according to officials. Okay, yeah, the suspect fled on foot after the murder and is still in the wind, authorities said. He was last seen wearing a black hoodie and black pants. Oh, okay, cool. Any other details we should be made aware of? No, just black hoodie and black pants. All right, sure, I understand. Ah, man, but then there's just, a word from his father shocked me, hit me very hard. He's a good boy, took care of his children, it was always nice. Fuck. But this is what happens, right? Oh, we need to take care of all of this unnecessary gun crime that's going on. Oh, yeah, exactly. A guy who just murdered somebody and that's what you want to stump for. I understand. Those will be the reports that will be coming out in the days ahead, right? Okay, instead of getting to the bottom of the fact that New York has just become a violent crime cesspool, do we need to pull up the stats or anything, or will you just take me at face value on this one? Okay, good enough. No, man, just put layers and layers and layers on top of this stuff and never address the root fucking issues that democratic policies are cancer and will fucking destroy your city. This took somebody's life here, and it just about put another guy in fucking prison for a very long time. Could have faced a 30-year prison stint, okay, but thankfully at least the charges against him got dropped. But hey, man, somebody else got dropped here today, so that sucks. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.